welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please do well to subscribe down below. It's absolutely free and it helps the channel grow. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a gathered maxi dress. Now the bodice part of this dress is going to be an off-shoulder princess dart bustier. I already have a video on how to draft, cut and sew an off-shoulder princess dart bustier, so if you want to check that out, the link will be in the description box down below. And in today's video, we're going to focus on just the bottom part, which is the skirt part of the dress. I'm also going to teach you guys how to attach the skirt part of the dress to the bodice part. So if that's something you want to learn how to do, you want to learn how to make a maxi gathered dress, then definitely keep on watching. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
So I'm starting off with an off-shoulder princess dart bustier already sewn neatly. Now taking the front piece, I'm just folding it in half. And then once I folded it in half, I'm just dividing her bust circumference by 4, placing that just above the curve, and then I'm marking that point. I'm also taking her shape measurement, dividing that by 4 and placing that on the under bust area. I'm also marking that point as well. I have a video on how to draft, cut and sew an off-shoulder princess dart bustier. The link will be in the description box down below. Once I marked that on one side, I'm just folding it to replicate that line on the other side. Now once I've done that, this is what we're going to have. I'm just taking the back piece and placing the front piece on top of the back piece, right sides facing. Then I'm just going to join those two pieces by sewing along that line. I'll do that on both sides. So I'm basically just shaping the bodice. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to turn this to the right side. And then turning it to the back, and then I'm just opening the zipper allowance. Now moving on to the gathered part, I'm just measuring 2.5 yards of my fabric. This is going to be a maxi gathered dress, so I'm not cutting the length, I'm just leaving it as it is, and the length is 45 inches, so I'm just leaving it as it is. This is a standard Ankara fabric which has that 45-inch length, but for the width I'm using 2.5 yards. So that's what I just marked there, and then I just use my scissors to just create a snip, and then I'm just cutting it or dividing it into 2. So this is the part I'm going to be using, 2.5 yards. Honestly, it depends on you, depends on how much volume you want for your Ankara gathered dress. As you can see, the length is 45 inches. So if you want your dress to be very, very full or very, very big, you can take 3 yards, 3.5 yards. Honestly, depends on you. So for the lining, what I did was I simply just measured 2.5 yards as well. But for the length, I measured 22 inches. So the lining is not going to get to the bottom of the, it's not going to get to the full length of the Ankara. It's just going to stop halfway. That's why I measured the lining length to be 22 inches. Now, as you can see, I'm just sewing 2 straight lines at the top of the Ankara. And I'm using a very, very loose stitch. So set your sewing machine to be on the loosest stitch possible. That's the only way you can gather your fabric. Now once I've done that, I'm just going to take the bottom threads. So I have 2 top threads and 2 bottom threads. So I'm just going to take the bottom threads. Don't take the top one. If you take the top one, it's not going to gather. So I'm just holding on to the bottom threads, and I'm just using my fingers to just push the fabric to create that gathered effect. I'm just going to do that all the way. Guys, English is hard. I'm just going to do that all the way, and then once I'm done, this is what we have. nicely gathered all the way. Now, because my shape measurement was 28 inches, I'm just measuring this to make sure that I have 28 inches or more. And once I've measured that, I have 20 inches. So I have to now go ahead and just loosen up the gathers just a bit. So you want your gathers part, once you've measured it, you want it to be the same measurement with where you're going to attach your gathers to. So if you're going to attach your gathers to the knee area, you want to measure and be sure that the measurement you have is going to fit in the knee area. I hope that makes sense. So now that I've measured it, I have 29 inches, which is fine. What I needed was 28 inches. That extra 1 inch is just allowance, which is great. Now moving on, I've already gone ahead to gather my lining the same way I gathered my fabric. It's just the same thing. The only difference is that the lining is 22 inches long, that's the length, while the fabric is 45 inches long. Now there are two ways you can join your lining and your fabric to your bodice. This is one way, by joining the lining and the fabric together before you join it on your bodice, but I don't like to do this because it's not as neat as this method I'm going to show you guys. Now the method I'm going to show you guys is you're just going to take just the fabric and you're going to place it right sides facing and you're going to join it to your bodice. Okay, so you're going to join it to the bottom part of your bodice all the way. Once you open it up, this is what you're going to have. Okay, now if you don't plan to use lining for your gathered dress, you can honestly leave it like this. You can honestly go ahead and just weave that allowance. But what I'm going to do now, since I'm adding the lining, I'm just going to fold it again, but this time the bodice is facing me. Now I'm just going to sew the lining to that allowance by 1/4 of an inch. You know that when I joined the bodice to the fabric, I used 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to sew the lining to the allowance with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. I'm just going to go ahead and sew that all the way. And once I'm done, this is what it looks like. As you can see, you don't even need to weave it. It's very neat. If you don't have a weaving machine, then this is definitely a good way to attach your lining to your gathered dress. Even if you do have a weaving machine, it saves you that stress of going ahead to weave. So you guys should definitely try this method as opposed to just joining the lining and the fabric together before joining to your bodice, and then you now have to weave it. So I went ahead to just weave the sides. So I weaved the fabric and the lining together by the sides. And then once I was done with that, I just folded it again to make sure that I was holding the center back. And then from the half length, I'm just marking 8 inches downwards. That is where my zipper is going to stop. So from that point downwards, I'm just going to sew or join both pieces in a straight line. Now once I'm done with that, this is what we have. I'm just going to go ahead and just attach my zipper in that open space. I'm just going to join the zipper to one side first. And I'm also going to join the zipper to the other side as well. And once we're done, this is what we have. So this is a very, very easy dress to make. And this is what it looks like. It's just a full-length maxi gathered dress, and this is what the front looks like as well. So I just went ahead to just trim the armholes, and I made a puffy sleeve. I have a tutorial on how to make a puffy sleeve. If you want to see that video, the link will also be in the description box down below. This is what the finished look is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.